As to why they've had some growing pains. There's not that leader at a key position right now.
Yeah, puts a lot of pressure on guys like Jordan Marsh and Ryan Cornish, guys who would ordinarily be coming off the bench. Now they're in starting roles and they need their production.
To work early inside, and that's a quick two for Ezra Asar.
I love the fact that he caught it and went quickly because most teams have been doubling him down in the post.
And you see USC get back quickly defensively off that made bucket. Big stressor today for USC at the shoot-around, the practice before the game. They said, get that ball out of the bucket and get back quickly as Cohen Carr drives. And that's an offensive foul on Carr, his first.
Yeah, that's what they're going to see tonight, Cohen Carr. His teams are going to be playing off of him and forcing him to put the basketball on deck. And he's got to make a little change of direction move and maybe a Euro step to get by him. That's a good call by the official.
Here's Ryan Cornish, he'll bring it up. Cornish began the season with a string of DNPs, did not play, but he worked his way into the lineup and now starting for USC as Jacob Kofi loses that ball inside.
He was given the opportunity, took 2 charges, including one against Oregon, and they inserted him to the starting lineup.
Here's Carr for 3. Off the heel, and the rebound caroms into the hands of the former Michigan Wolverine, Terrence Williams.
So he's going to have to prove that he can make that shot. Otherwise, he's going to have to drive it, take up the space, and use his power and bounce to get over the top.
Easter on a curl to the rim, off on that one, but there's Asar battling on the glass, gets 2 rebounds in that possession, but can't convert.
The length on the interior for Michigan State bothered them on that possession.
Jeremy Fears, second in the nation, 9.1 assists per game, looking for his first. But Chukwu, who was out of the lineup with an illness in the loss to Nebraska, misses his first opportunity.
Notice so far USC doing a phenomenal job on the defensive end, not allowing any paint touches for Michigan State.
There's Ezra Asar, jump stop in the paint, off on that shot. And Jaxon Kohler, top 25 in the United States in rebounding. He's been phenomenal on the glass.
Double-double machine.
Here's Fears. Kohler has it slip through his fingertips on a country.
When you're playing against guys like that who can spray it around, you've got to make him a score. Casey said it earlier, 2 of 18 in their 2 losses from the field.
Michigan State trying to crack the seal in the scoring column. It's Carr, wide open 3.
And they are just daring Carr to shoot that one. He's got to take a couple dribbles and get into his back down game and force them to have to double. He's too explosive near the rim to not do so.
But why are they letting him shoot the 3? He's now 5 of 27 from 3 on the year. Asar with 12 to shoot for USC. Kofi, he'll launch from deep. And we've got a whistle and a foul on the floor, battling
shots, and he's given into it. He's got to take up that slack and use that bounce and strength to try to explode to the rim.
Cornish off the inbound, able to get the 3. His 7th made 3 this season. Quickly up the floor, it's Carr to the rim with a hammer. An emphatic way.
Flight 55 has just taken off.
Cornish around the screen, and Asar called for the moving screen. Personal foul number 1 on Asar.
Yeah, one of the ways you can beat a defense that's packing the lane is you play out in transition ahead of it. Cohen Carr, one of the most explosive players we have in the collegiate game in the open floor. He looked like his hairline touched the front of the rim. He was up.
They say he can touch 12 feet with that vertical, and you believe it every time you watch him play as Williams intercepts the pass, and now on the move.
51-inch vertical leap. That's ridiculous.
Williams trying to back down Fears in a little bit of a mismatch. Williams stays with it. That hook won't go. Rebound batted around, and it's scooped up inside by Jaxon Kohler.
Tell you what, they didn't come up with it, but I love the fight that USC has brought to the battle tonight on the glass.
Step in for 2 for Carr, and the rebound by Williams just ripped it away from Carson Cooper.
So far, USC doing a really nice job of blocking out on the interior. That's going to be important for them the rest of this game.
Out rebounding Michigan State 7-3 early on. Here's Chad Baker-Mazara off the bench, and a turnover. Talented but unknown player at this level. Chukwu to work. Michigan State is 1 for 5 in the early going from the floor. There's Kohler. Still plenty of time, 13 to shoot. He'll launch the contested 2, and he will hit.
He's been so consistent. Plays well with his back to the basket, but because of his ability to be able to shoot it, he can turn and face. And that puts the defense in jeopardy because you back up and now can shoot that one over the top. Well done. I like this lineup that Michigan State has in offensively.
Good find by Baker-Mazara, and there's Cooper with the block.
Now you got 3 shooters out there on the floor on the perimeter.
One of them is Scott, and Jordan Scott, everything but the bucket on that look. Cornish will start it up the floor for USC.
I like the fact that Michigan State's starting to play a little faster, a little too slow early.
Williams short on that 3, and the shot just has not quite come back since the injury last year.
It takes a while, especially when it's upper body, it just takes a while. He's just not been able to find the rhythm.
There's Jordan Scott. 13 to shoot for Chukwu. Lob inside. Cooper with the hammer.
Because of the spacing and the threat of the shooters out there on the floor, USC can't pack the paint as they did earlier. Those middle ball screens and rolls will be wide open. That's well executed by the Spartans.
One of the big reasons why you like this lineup on the floor.
Much more shooting.
Baker-Mazara, the skip to Williams. Shot clock at 10. Here's Cornish. He'll try from deep. Pinballs out to Kurtang.
I still think Michigan State, when they get USC to miss, they got to play faster. Look for early opportunities in transition.
Here's Kohler. Scott.
Nice.
Back to Tang. Looking for 3. Rebound Scott. Second chance. Chukwu. Tough block for Cooper. A lot of gold jerseys around. Out to Tang. 5 to shoot. The runner is true for Kurtang.
Such a threat to shoot it. The guy closing out is closing out with urgency. A little shot fake gives you room to be able to get into the gap, and that's exactly what he did there.
8 straight for Michigan State. And USC just won for their last 11 in the midst of an over 4-minute drought.
Number 4 in gold's got to get it going.
And he turns it over instead.
It's his 2nd turnover since he's entered the game.
Chukwu explodes to the rim. Good coverage to come in and help out from Asar.
Came over early. Perfect position.
Asar in the corner. There's Baker-Mazara. Gets past Scott. Can't connect there. Williams follow won't go. Bodies all over the floor as Kohler gets the rebound. Numbers for Michigan State if they hurry. Scott underneath. Good find, and Cooper will go to the line for a pair. The 5th row. I can tie him anytime I wanted to. Sitting up in the press box. 15 to shoot for Fears, reversing his dribble and gets to the elbow for 2. That's pretty, and that's why Jeremy Fears is such a huge part of what Tom Izzo wants on this offense and defense.
Yes, and that's the area of his game that's greatly improved, is if he can continue to get into that 12 to 15-foot range mark, then he's pretty deadly from there.
There's Brownell. Fade away, tough shot. Short, rebound flipped out by Cam Ward to Fears. Fears navigating up the floor. Inside, felt the contact. He was trying to coax a foul, didn't get it. Offensive rebound, hammered home. How about Cam Ward? Been playing with a banged-up wrist. It's feeling better, and then Chad Baker-Mazara gets on the board. He beat everybody down the floor.
He had a grown man move on one hand, and let's see if this can get Chad Baker-Mazara going, because that dude, once he sees it go.
Points in the paint were a big story. 10 in that entire game, already 10 tonight for the Spartans.
And that's good, because early on, USC was packing the paint, but then all of a sudden, Michigan State started to pound that offensive glass and get out in transition, and that's important for the Spartans.
Cooper, the swing around. Tang steps in for a 2. And the rebound to Ryan Cornish of USC.
I think that was a little too close for Tang. Much better for 3.
USC's got to find some offense. Just 2 for their last 13. And Kohler in there to swat it away.
Well, his quick reaction is impressive.
He'll go to work, step in for the elbow jumper, and that's true for Carr. He's got 4.
See, in that case, he didn't just settle. He kind of took up the space a little bit to get to 12 to 10 feet and able to knock that shot down, which he does consistently in practice.
And in rhythm, just very smooth.
Yes.
Tom Izzo is hoping to see more from Cohen Carr, and so far Carr has
gone down. Good adjustment for him.
Yeah, and you look at his performance at Nebraska, just 2 points on 1 for 5 shooting.
Yes.
The previous 3 games, he was in double figures, and he's trending in that direction tonight. Fears with 12 to shoot. Now Kohler toe the line for 3.
You just cannot give him any space from the top. 51% from the three-point line. He is having an amazing season in that phase of the game.
Over 200 points already on the year, and 27 threes already this season. He had 19 all of last year as Easter slips. The ball pinballs into the corner to Brownell, and the shot off.
USC's not getting anything easy. All credit to the Spartan defense.
How about Kohler? He's feeling it again. Jaxon Kohler with back-to-back triples and a timeout Trojans.
That USC wanted to double team him down there because he rarely passes it out. Well, he doesn't have very many assists on the season, but man, the ability to be able to stretch the defense and not sacrifice rebounding. He's a double-double machine. 4th in the country in double-doubles with 9 on the season.
Saar spinning inside, lost that one, and Tang able to secure it with a belly flop. Fears quickly up the floor, a collision and a blocking foul on Ryan Cornish a season ago for Youngstown State. Just gets that into Scott. There's Kohler. Fears with 10 to shoot. And that's an illegal screen on Kohler.
We'll take 34 degrees outside.
January in Michigan is always a delight.
Yes.
Or so they say. Saar will underhand it to Cornish. Cornish baseline jumper. Good challenge by Jordan Scott.
Yeah, able to get a hand on that and tip it, making it short.
And Fears, what a tough shot inside with all that traffic, and Dines the rebound.
And Kevin, I think USC has to do the same. When they can force a turnover or a missed shot on Michigan State, they've got to blow the basketball up the floor. They can't afford to play against this half-court defense all night long.
Having scored in almost 3.5 minutes, Saar changes that with a tough fall away in the lane.
Yeah, they've got to get him some more looks. He's been quiet here in this game.
Tang got some space and made USC pay.
It's been really fun watching his growth. Primarily a three-point shooter before. Now he's put on a little upper body strength and a little size, able to take that bump and still able to make a shot.
Over 11 points per game over the last 4 games for Michigan State. Inside, and that's going to be a foul on Carson Cooper. And will inbound to get this second half underway. See if USC can start to chip away a little bit at this big deficit they face. Here's Saar. He's been a second-half star this season, but he turns it over on the very first possession. To the other end of the floor, Fears. English can't get that to go. Carr's shot is blocked. He gets it back and draws the foul.
Have to change his strategy of how he gets him the basketball inside.
Carr, just a 64% free throw shooter, got an extra opportunity and couldn't convert. Here's Baker Mazara.
This kid here, number 6 in gold, he's got to get going too. Jacob Kofi was over in the first half.
And he gets on the board here right away. Good cut to the basket for a 2. Carr gets free of Baker Mazara, and in the scramble, the swing around into the corner. 1 minute gone, second half. Fears cutting to the rim. Count the bucket. There's Cam Woods. Just joined this USC squad December 21st, a mid-year transfer. Wasn't playing anywhere. He had come in from Robert Morris, but was on the shelf, hadn't enrolled anywhere, was waiting for an opportunity. USC had scouted him and looked at him in the summer. There wasn't room for him then, but the injuries have opened up some opportunities, and they went out and got Cam Woods. He's now on his 5th college team, coming in from Robert Morris, where last year averaged almost 15 per game.
They played with Marion Dickerson, and that was an NCAA team, and they needed a guard, brought him in. They needed him to score.
Lazara loping to the basket, off the window for a pair.
And folks, he can get hot in a hurry. Let's see if seeing the basketball go through the net can get him going.
Jump stop in traffic for Carr, and
they get to the foul line. Got to continue to push the pace on misses and steals.
USC trying to push their pace offensively. Kofi getting inside, lost the handle on that one. Cam Woods. And now Cornish trying to find space. Cornish inside, and he's fouled. His maturity and his energy and his communication, he's earned playing time for USC.
He's got leadership qualities as well. I was watching him today in shoot-around. He's not afraid to call guys out on drills to encourage them to do things the right way. And that's unusual when you have someone who's new to the program.
Entry to Kohler, pass to Carr. You're going to wear the sparkly shoes, you got to make some sparkling plays, and that one sparkles like none other.
And if you're going to help, you better help early. If you're late, you get dunked on. That was incredible.
Here's Asara. Needed help. That's a travel.
Gosh, did I just see that?
You are going to see that so many times on social media. That is going to be a new meme. Congrats, Jaxon Kohler. Inside, off the window, it's Fears for 2.
On those ball screens, you've got to show and show hard to make him come off the basketball. Any of those soft shows, he's turning the corner and getting to the rim.
Kofi's 3 will quiet this crowd.
Said he needed to get going here in the second half. We've seen him lay one in and now knock down the 3.
5 points early in the second half. In the corner, looking for the answer. It won't go. There's Carr. Back out he goes to Cooper. Fears. Woods trying to be aggressive on the Michigan State point guard. Fears probing. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Tang has to launch, contested jumper, won't go. Kohler, offensive rebound. Fears, step in 3. In and out, and the rebound out of bounds to USC.
USC
will lead this offense.
This is where they missed Marion Dickerson. He's a strong physical defender. He's got a great voice, brings a level of toughness, and he's a stabilizer as well.
Baker Mazzara can't get that shot put to drop. Long pass ahead. Good breakup. That's an anticipatory in the arena, and they're moaning and groaning. Yeah. Ball tipped into the backcourt at a foot race, won by Asar. He lost the ball. It's Fears to the other end. Trying to outrun Woods. Oh, a wraparound behind the back. Michigan State's just... I feel like Kelvin Sampson's probably going to get that team rolling in a real good fashion in the next couple of months. In the corner, Easter. Curling into the lane. Nice spin to the rim for 2.
He's so good with such great balance when he gets into the paint.
Scotto had some good minutes in the first half. Finds Kohler. He'll step in for 2, and Kohler still perfect from the floor. 10 points, 4 for 4 shooter.
You got to respect his shot fake. And when you do, now all of a sudden he's by you in that little pull-up J. That's pretty.
And we've got a whistle on an offensive.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's pretty good cavalry to call on.
Yeah, I'll say.
Fears on the lead, runs into the body of Jordan Brownell.
This Carson Cooper, he's wide open in the middle of the floor.
Here's Carr banging against Williams for 2.
He's just a big bully. He catches the basketball around the rim. Just a bully in a good way. Strong, powerful, and explosive.
One of 3 Spartans in a double figure scoring tonight. Brownell launching the 3. That's off. Caught underneath by Kohler. Closing in on another double-double. He's got 7 boards. Here's Carr. Pull-up jumper. A little bit short. Spartans up by 23 against USC. Pretty good bounce-back performance by Michigan State after their 2nd loss of the year at Nebraska.
Indeed.
10 to shoot.
Good defense there by Carr.
In the corner, at 3. Swatted out by Cooper. Here's Carr on the run, barreling into traffic. A whistle and a foul is called. Trying for his own miss, and he got it. Ugachukwu for 3. A little bit short, got his own miss. This is the get your own miss possession.
It's now 8 offensive rebounds for the Spartans.
And Wojcik. Good play by Woods. Knocked it off. Every minute of the day in practice and in games are wowed by what they see.
Yeah. And the variety is incredible. In transition, off of just a little pass inside, through contact.
I hope you liked your late holiday gift.
That was awesome.
Hope it was the right side.
Yes.
Here's Wojcik. Can he do it? Oh, finger roll have to do it. If Wojcik slams it down, my partner might have gotten out onto the floor.
I was getting ready to stand up because I thought he was going to try to turn it over.
There's Terrence Williams inside for 2, and Williams back off the bench. His first 2 points of the night. 0 for 4 before that shot.
Did a nice job there, driving, drawing a little contact, keeping the basketball protected with his left shoulder and able to lay that one in.
Almost a turnover. It is a turnover as Jacob Kofi able to take it away. Here's Cornish. Cornish working against Wojcik. Harvard working against Dartmouth.
That's some high-level education right there now. That's some high-level education right there.
Talking Pythagorean theorem as they drive around each other.
How do you spell that even?
Starts with a P. I've got a state school education. That's about all you can expect. And we've got a whistle. It's away from the ball. And Kohler, going to be a foul underneath against Kofi. 3 on Kofi. The line on the season with his 3 for 3 tonight.
It's really put in the work, and the other aspects of his game I just love. Defends the ball screens very well. Good defender, rebounds, rim runner. Finishing a bit better this year as well.
Our producer Joe Williams is indicating that perhaps the conversation about the free throws led to the miss.
I didn't initiate it.
You continue. Don't get it.
Freshman comes through on the road.
Breaks the hearts of many people who came from their 9-to-5 job to relive their college days and get no free chicken. The 3 is good again. 5 for 5 from the floor. 3 for 3 from 3. Jaxon Kohler with 13.
He is just automatic on that pick and pop.
At the elbow, Kofi splashes it down for 2.
His defense trailing, went underneath, and he was able to walk right into that 15-foot pull-up from the elbow. That was nice.
Here's Kohler. He thought about it. Brayford lost the handle on that one. Easter with the steal. Easter to the other end. Oh, what a challenge by Kohler. But
that's poise under pressure, folks. That's a 6'5" freshman, 4-star recruit. He just calmly knocks down the second one.
I hope everyone at home could hear the audible groan from the Izzo.
Yes.
We've got a whistle, and a fan has been pointed out in the crowd. And the coach egging it on, too. Get him out of here, said Tom Izzo. And we play on. One fan shot. Here's Carr. 2 to shoot. Off the window. Carr with 14.
But he is not settled here in the second half.
Assar limping inside and a foul called on Kohler. And he's only played 18 minutes.
I agree. I don't know what happened that caused him to come off the bench tonight, but clearly he was in the funk when he came on the floor because he is a much better basketball player than he showed tonight.
We have seen that over the course of his lengthy college career, wherever he's been. Here's Assar. Working against Carr. Lost that ball on the way up, and a turnover.
He's got to give that one up to get an easier shot because now all of a sudden a team that's already frustrated becomes even more frustrated because he didn't make the extra pass.
Magic will back it out to Kohler. Kohler on the floor. He's 2 rebounds away from a double-double. It would be his 6th straight and 10th of the year, but a turnover by Michigan State. And quickly Brownell will work it up.
Let's start there by Kohler.
It's Kofi. Kofi again. Trying to drive baseline. Blocked off. Brownell will try from deep, and he'll hit the 3.
Finally able to knock one down. Now USC is 3 of 15 from 3. And Brownell usually a really good shooter.
And 0 for 6 before he finally hit that shot. He's been a nice spark off the bench this season for USC. Been really good against power conference competition. Good spin by Kohler. Inside, through traffic. Muscles it home and a foul. Three-point play complete.